Well, we'll get to Sliskate later, but starting off the episode with level 90 Archaeology. Technically, I could head off to the Orphan Dig site, but I wouldn't want to ruin the carefully cultivated immersion of the series by breaking lore continuity. Level 92 herb lore as well, closing in on that level 94 requirement to reliably boost to overloads with the God Banner. 86 divination whilst filling up my charge back. Every little helps. And here I am, officially becoming an archaeology professor. I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me, my friends for believing in me, Mrs. Taylor on reception for teaching me how to read, yada yada, you know how it goes. The professor status unlocks the next stage of the store, so I'm just going to buy this out straight away. Give me that Matic upgrade, and the soil box. Back storage, here we go. Okay, I'm calling it at level 94 for now, as I want to stop procrastinating and get Sliskate's endgame done. It's just that first, I need to do one thing, but it's not procrastinating, okay? It's important. I've been sitting on my last life since dying at Iron Dragons whilst AFKing too hard. I don't have the actual footage, so I've created an artist representation of the event. Anyway, the point is, the quest fight in Nomad's Elegy kind of freaked me out. The speed I was taking damage, the fact that I couldn't easily TP out of the fight, the embarrassing awfulness of my PVM ability, it's all brought home to me that I'm a hardcore account and death is real. I'm not saying I'd cancel the series if I lost my hardcore status, because that's not true, but neither is it something I want to happen. This is all a long intro into my next grind. I want to rebuy my last divine coin, which costs 10 million GP. I have just short of 7 million, so I need to earn some cash. I've decided to do this with some Slayer tasks, so I can make progress on my 99 Slayer goal at the same time, and Slayer tasks are pretty profitable too. Already making gains, 87 range. 93 Slayer from the same task. A little random, but 82 farming from the chins at player-owned farms. Insane XP even at this level. I've got an Avianzi task, so decided to try Kriara. Previously I was barely getting 1 to 2 kills before needing to bank, but now I'm getting maybe 7 or 8. He's still so much harder than Krill or Grada, but it's good to see him making progress. I probably need Soul Split though to really get this boss down. Armadillo Boots! I've got a total kill count of 12 and already have both the boots and the hilt. That's ridiculous luck. I got the hilt my first ever Kree kill as well. Ooh, a Black Dragon task. I can't say no. Being able to do QBD on task, it's just too good to turn down. You might be questioning the wisdom of doing QBD without a backup hardcore life, when the whole goal of this mini grind is to reduce the risk of losing my account, and you're not wrong, but I'm just having too much fun on this task. And the loot is crazy. Forget the crossbow, QBD is an absolute loot pinata. Every kill she's constantly throwing out Sarabrews, Rocktails, Torstals, Landita, Landy, herbs, okay, lots of herbs. The point is, this is a calculated risk. QBD on task with the Slayer bonus is insane, and I'd recommend any Ironman gives it a go. In fact, I might even make a guide based on my experience here, because I went into this fight feeling real intimidated, and once you get used to the mechanics, QBD just isn't that bad. And that's a Visage. I could alch that, but I actually need it for a few things, so I'll keep it for now. Wow, that is 88 attack as well. That must be from my Talon Beast familiar? Did not expect that level, did not see it coming. Okay, I finished up at QBD, and you can see here I got a total of 8 crossbow pieces and 77 kills, which I think is a little under the drop rate, as you have a combined 16% chance for any piece per chest, if I'm reading the wiki right. Still, the common drops I got were insane, so it was super worthwhile, and I will come back here for another task to complete the crossbow later. Oh, for a second I thought that was a duplicated dragon full helm drop, but it's just the med helms. Ooh, and that's a corrupted gem. That's a 1 in 5,000 drop chance, I think. You can use it to make the highest tier Slayer helm. I don't have the Slayer points for this, but when I do, it's probably a worthwhile investment. I've had great luck at corrupted creatures, just in general. I got a Kopesh here a few episodes ago. And that's 10 million GP. Time to finish up the task, and then I'll see you back here with that extra coin. Ready for Sliske's endgame. It's time. I'm ready. We're here in Draenor. Time to start Sliske's endgame. Sliske's endgame is the culmination of what started all the way back in Missing Presumed Death. Sliske, using the Stone of Jas as bait, is trying to lure the gods into all-out war. Thankfully, and in part due to our own actions as the World Guardian, this hasn't happened yet. Bandos is the only real casualty so far, and let's be honest, no one liked him anyway. Sliske's become bored of no one killing each other though, so he's invited the remaining gods to participate in the final competition for the stone. Think Fall Guys, but without all the viciousness and mind games. First things first, I have to hand deliver the gods their invitations because apparently Rolomia can't do it herself. I mean, she doesn't have any feet, so fair's fair. Wait, what is she? Is that ever explained? She doesn't even have any legs. Anyway, you hand your invitations into Armadillo, Saradomin, Zamorak, Ichlarin, Zaros, and Saren. You get the opportunity to give your support to one of the gods during this errand, but I'm not simping after any of them, so I hold firm. Ichlarin and Death do decide to give me their support though, offering to give me the stone if they win. Aww, look at his little face. Adorable. I also accidentally insult Saradomin because I didn't read the dialogue properly. Look, Papa Smurf, don't stay mad. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Okay, well, I'll give him some time to cool off then. Maybe send him some flowers later. With the invites delivered, it's time for the games to begin. Sliske does his little grandstanding routine and adds a surprise inclusion of a Dragonkin, who earned their invite by killing V in Hero's Welcome. Is that an Elder Mirror in your hands, Carapac? Never mind. Probably not important. Lastly, Sliske summons Nomad in his white form for you to fight, because someone at Jagex HQ has decided that players love killing Nomad. Oh wow, I don't remember Nomad hitting this hard. Oh my god, I'm having to TP out on the first fight of this quest. I know I just done it with Desert Soul, but come on. My 25 subscribers are going to think I can't PVM. Anyway, I'm back here with my mage setup and an extreme magic potion, and this is going much better. Not sure what the issue was before. Now it's time for the maze. Maybe not quite as infamous as the Underground Pass, the maze in Sliske's endgame is its own kind of grind. As far as I know, the maze can't actually be failed, but it's huge. I mean, it's huge! Look at it! Some intern probably slaved for months designing this. I do feel bad though that 90% of players go through this maze and absolutely bitch and moan about it, and some poor dev probably poured their heart and soul into it. As you go through the maze, it's broken up with little puzzles and lore vignettes. It's actually good pacing, as even though the maze itself takes well over an hour, you're never more than 5 or 10 minutes from a cutscene. Originally, I went over all these interactions in my script for this episode, but it made the episode so long, and all of it's just flavor anyway. I mean, go ahead and play the quest yourself. I strongly recommend it. So I'm skipping you straight into the maze. It's a few seconds for you, but it's about 2 hours for me. And that's it. The maze is complete. The easy bit of the quest is done, and now the real endgame begins. Hold on to your seatbelts, because things are going to get real messy real fast. It's just down to me and Armadillo. Straight race for the stone. You think you're fast enough? Oh boy, he's fast. Wait, you phased through the delay switch? Why is all this junk in my way? Who put this there? I'm actually gonna lose. Oh well, enjoy the stone, Armadillo. But no, Zaros teleports in. And Saren. Much to Sliske's chagrin, who thought his magic would keep them out. At this point, Sliske starts rambling about chaos and fun in what is probably the most overt Joker homage so far. Anyway, depending on previous quest choices, Zaros and Saren both make place for the stone, but it doesn't matter in the end. Because here comes Carapac with the steel chair. Carapac uses the Elder Mirror, having tested it on V earlier, to channel the heart's anima into the Stone of Jas, overloading and destroying it, finally breaking the Dragonkin free of the stone's curse. Sliske's already loose grip on his sanity is definitely slipping at this point, and blaming us for things not going to plan, he decides to take revenge. But Sarah and Zaros have had enough too, and stand with us in this fight against Sliske. Breaking the fourth wall for a moment, I want to say this is the epic part of the 6th Age questline. This is the payoff for all the previous quests, all the choices, the endless dialogue. If having a showdown with Sliske at the heart of the world with Zaros and Sarah on your side isn't awesome, then I don't even know what to say. You have no poetry in your soul. The boss fight has 3 checkpointed phases. Phase 1 is simple enough. With Sliske distracted by Sarah and Zaros, he leaves you to his whites. Ooh boy, Detonate absolutely shreds these guys. That's hilarious. Phase 1 is just a warm-up. In Phase 2, Sliske brings in its big guns, the Barrows brothers. But today is really not Sliske's day. As we know from Kindred Spirits, the Barrow brothers are breaking free from his control, and choose this moment to twist the knife, joining our side instead. Things are really crumbling around Sliske right now, but he still has a few more cards up his sleeve. Nomad, Linza, and Grigorovich from God Wars 2 get summoned instead, and Phase 2 begins. Fuck me, this is brutal. I'm trying to get Greg down first because he's the biggest threat, but I'm not even close and I'm already out of food. I need to get out. I need to get out of here before I die. Okay, I've thought about this, and I just can't do this without overloads in my current setup. I can't see a way around it. I wasn't even close last fight. The only way I could sustain through this is with Sarah Brews, but if I use Brews, then they'll tank my offensive stats, I'll lose my potion buffs, I'll need to chug restores just to stay neutral. It's not workable. Overloads are my ace in the hole. Their stat boost is persistent, so I can use an overload and then drink as many Sarah Brews as I want without losing the combat buff. I am at 92 herb lore, so I'm still 2 levels off being able to boost to overloads with my god banner, so I have to go to plan B, spicy stews. I'll be honest, I hate spicy stews, even post Dave's big day out. They're random, they're annoying to get, they start decaying instantly so you have to abuse the login time to keep the buff. It's not fun. But neither is delaying the quest kit for 2 months because I can't finish Sliske's endgame. So, lesser of two evils. Spicy stews. I have my stews, I have my bang presets, I'm ready. And there it is, the level buff. For those of you who don't know, if you log in and out, it resets the counter of any temporary buff you have, like from Spicy Stews. So using bang presets, you can make an inventory of overloads, log out, log back in, and repeat for as long as you want. I used this trick to make almost 50 overloads. There's no way I need this many, but I figured better safe than sorry. Okay, I'm back and ready to try Phase 2 again. I have my overloads, a tortoise full of Sarah Brews, some emergency rocktails. I even have my last 2 doses of weapon poison. If I can't get this phase down with this setup, I'm not sure what to do. I'm throwing the kitchen sink at this. Let's also talk a little about strategy. In Phase 2 you have 3 enemies, Greg, Nomad, and Linza. Each of them have unique abilities, and as each one dies, the remainder get a new ability. They also fully heal, so you can't cheese it by getting them all low and then finishing them off in one big go. You have to focus each one down sequentially. Ordering is important here. I'm going to go for Greg first, as in Phase 2 and 3 he gets nasty, as his new abilities unlock. Nomad goes down second, and for a similar reason. Nomad Phase 3, not fun. I'm leaving Linza until last. She has a lot of HP, the ability to heal, and even reflect damage, but her DPS is the least threatening. I'm using Blood Magic too, which should give me some sustain. If I can get Greg and Nomad down, which is a big if, then Linza should be easy. Ugh, the damage I'm taking is intense. But I knew that, and I have a lot of sustain here. I need to get all these souls tagged before they get to Greg, or they'll heal him for like 10,000 life, and I cannot afford that. I also cannot afford to step on these mines. I'm taking a lot of damage, but this is going a lot better. Plus, poison does work on Greg, which I wasn't sure about. And Greg is down. That is huge. That's huge. The other 2 get stronger, but I think it still gets easier overall. I can just focus on Nomad, pray Mage. It's going to be okay. Nomad is down too. It's just Linza, and this is happening. My tortoise is empty, but I should have more than enough left for this. Boom! Phase is down. Sorry if that was loud. I'll remove it in post-production or something. Now it's just Sliske himself, but I need to restock again for this. Sliske has his own mechanics. He's a multi-stage fight too. I mean, at this point, the whole quest is just a Russian doll of phases. The big thing to watch out for is his Shadow Hands ability. He brings up a series of shadows from the ground which hit for 25% of your max life, and he does this every 20 seconds. He summons 4 shadows underneath you, and then the 5th at whatever destination you're moving to. There's the first Shadow Hands ability. It's really not that hard to dodge, and I think compared to Phase 2, this phase versus Sliske is actually easier. That's it. We're done. We're actually done. We're finally done. You can't die in this phase. It's just vengeance from Kindred Spirits where he beats you to a pulp, and now you do the same to him. I'll shut up for the cutscene. The reward for beating the hardest quest fight in the game is an audience with Jas, the Elder God. And, it turns out, the one who's been helping Sliske. She's curious about you, and she wants to know why she and her sisters shouldn't just awaken right now and consume everything on Gielinor. She provides an ultimatum, that you need to prove life is worth saving. A heavy burden considering that 12 months ago I was helping the lumber chef bake cakes. Also, she gives short shrift to Zaros' suggestion that he become an Elder God. I'm sorry, rejection hurts, Zaros. Anyway, this absolute behemoth of a quest is nearing completion. The last thing to do is visit Volumia in Draenor and tell her they murdered her only friend. But wait, what's this? Okay, so clearly whatever happened with the staff of Armadillo has channeled some part of Sliske into me. I'm sure that won't be a problem. They also lie about it to Iclarin, like that guy in a zombie movie who gets bitten but then covers it up. Anyway, possible Sliske possession aside, that's 1.25 million Herbalor XP. Look at that. Level 94, and now I can boost overloads with just the God Banner. Incredible. Wait, I had enough quest points just to get 2.5 million GP? What an absolute waste of time all that Slayer was. Fuck.